Hi everybody. Today I'm going to do a little demonstration on reshaping an Adze handle. We take a lot of pride in the tool handles that we make because a tool really has to, hand tool especially, has to feel good in your hand or you're not going to enjoy using it. It's very important that that tool fits your hand. It's also a huge challenge to make a tool handle that's perfect for every hand. Some of the things about our tool handles that we strive for is a feel that is smooth and nice but not slick and shiny, and also something that has some texture so that you have good grip. And we settle on an octagonal type look, but that's not the only way you can get those features. It's important that that tool fits your hand, and occasionally I'll have people say, oh, this tool feels good but the handle is just too big or too small, and mostly people will say it's a little bit too big for my hand, and that's the easy problem to fix. I'm going to demonstrate reshaping this Adze handle today, a couple different methods that you can use. First off though, let's cover up that sharp edge. These edges are wicked sharp. Take care of that edge. I'm simply going to wrap this edge up in some newspaper. Wrap that and fold it around like so. We'll fasten it with a little tape here. There. Now with that safe, we can clamp this in my shaving horse and reshape the handle. So this handle feels to me to be a little bit wide in here, a little thick. And I want to take some of those corners down just to make it a little bit smaller. It's also a little big down in here, so we'll reshape some of that. Several different tools you can use for reshaping a handle. One would be a draw knife. Now it's very important that you cut with the grain when you're using a carving tool like a draw knife or a Spokeshav. And so we'll have to constantly turn, push the draw knife, pull it, turn it in the shave horse to get that. So I'll start right here and carve down like so, taking these corners off. That way I can sort of maintain the original general shape of the tool. Now I'll flop it over, come back to this side, do the same thing. Now to get down in here, I'll have to turn the knife over and push. And back and forth like so. Okay. Now I'll turn it and grip it from the handle end and kept toward me here. Now notice this is why it's so important to have that blade covered or you'll hurt yourself mighty fast. Once again I'll come from here and push and meet that. Again, gripping it from the butt end, carving with the grain, and then turn. When it starts digging in, you know you're cutting against the grain. See here, we're cutting against the grain. So I'll turn and I'll come back from the other side. And we dug in there, we're going against the grain, so I'll come back to here. Okay, that's getting better. A lot of people will say to me, oh, I don't want to change the original shape. I want to keep that handle just like the maker intended it. Well, that's all well and good, but the maker's intent is that that tool fits your hand, because if it fits your hand, then you'll use it and you'll enjoy using it. And that's my intent, is to build tools that people love to use. Oh, that's good. Just taking those corners off went a long way. Now there's still some corners in here I'll need to take off. several other tools that we can use besides the draw knife for getting down to these tight spaces or doing a smoother job. One, we can use a rasp. A lot of people don't have a draw knife, but will have a rasp. This is just a coarse rasp. And same thing, especially these corners. Talking about having a good grip, I've even seen old tool handles that were simply rasp finished and left fairly rough to give your hand something to grip onto. When you're carving away and your hands are sweaty, it's easy for that tool to slip in your hand, and that's not what you want. Another tool a lot of people like to use is a Spokeshav. Now, it doesn't take wood off nearly as fast as a draw knife, but it leaves a really nice smooth finish, and it's a good finishing tool. After we've used the rasp or draw knife, you can come back in here to Spokeshav and just do this final smoothing and shaping. Remember though, you don't want this handle just totally slick. You've got to have a little bit of grip to it. There we go. Notice that the handle is much slimmer in here. Taking some of those corners off and remove some material, and that's feeling really good through here. We're going to do just a little more work on it and finish up. It is so important that your tool handles fit your hands. It is a time-honored tradition of craftsmen, even when they would buy a tool, to adjust it, reshape it, and make it fit their hands and their working style. There, that feels pretty good. Just a little bit smaller in here, but down at the end it swells and fills your hand for that long power grip. You also choke up with two hands and get a lot of control. Once again, reshape those handles, make them fit your hand. Give it a little texture if you want, either the draw knife or the Spokeshav texture or rasp texture, depending on what you like. And then you can go back and stain it, or leave it natural and finish it with your favorite penetrating oil finish. Happy carving.